Teased the deadliest alien girl alive. Now she sleeps on my chest and purring. Lieutenant Devin Cross had a death wish. At least, that's what everyone said after he started teasing Kira. Kira was a Felixian, a rare alien species known for three things: lethal combat efficiency, complete emotional detachment, and a kill count that exceeded most entire military units. She'd been assigned to the Artemis as a security specialist, and in 6 months, she'd neutralized 17 threats without hesitation or remorse. Cold, efficient, utterly terrifying. Devin thought she was hilarious. "Did you just growl at that data pad?" he asked one afternoon in the mess hall, watching her struggle with a human-designed interface. "I think you're scaring it." Kira turned her luminous amber eyes toward him, her feline ears flattening against her skull. "I will snap your spine," she said flatly, her voice carrying the distinct purr of her species, a sound that was supposed to be threatening, but somehow wasn't coming out that way. "Ah, come on," Devin grinned, scooting closer. "Just press the button. See? Easy. Not everything needs to be solved with violence. Everything would be simpler if it were," Kira muttered, but her claws, normally extended and lethal, retracted slightly. Devin didn't stop. He teased her about her obsession with combat simulations, about how she tried to reorganize the weapons bay for optimal lethality when the captain wasn't looking, about the way she'd actually attempted to file a formal complaint that the ship's artificial gravity wasn't quite heavy enough for her preferred training intensity. Most of the crew gave him a wide berth. He didn't tease the apex predator, but Devin seemed constitutionally incapable of taking anything seriously, and somehow, Kira couldn't seem to execute him. "You're going to die," she told him one evening, watching him attempt to teach her human card games. "I'm going to kill you, and Captain Torres won't even be surprised." "Nah," Devin said, dealing another hand, "because you'd have to explain to the captain why you murdered your only friend on this ship." Kira's ears twitched. "We are not friends." "We absolutely are," Devin insisted. "You just don't know it yet, because your species doesn't really do friendship. But trust me, we're friends. You've had approximately 17 opportunities to kill me in the last 3 weeks, and you haven't. That's basically friendship in human terms." Something flickered in those amber eyes. Confusion, perhaps, or curiosity. Kira had been engineered for combat, trained for lethality, raised to be a weapon. The concept of friendship was abstract, theoretical, something she'd never been designed to understand. But over weeks of Devin's relentless, gentle teasing, something shifted. He started leaving her favorite foods near her bunk, rare proteins she enjoyed. He'd sit with her during her isolation periods, not demanding anything, just existing quietly beside her. He'd ask her questions about her species, her training, her thoughts, and actually listen to the answers rather than treating her like a dangerous tool. And Kira, for the first time in her engineered life, began to lower her guard. One night, during the ship's quiet hours, Devin found her in the observation deck, staring at the stars. Without a word, he sat beside her. After several minutes of silence, Kira spoke. "Why do you not fear me?" "Because," Devin said simply, "I think you're lonely. I think you were made to be a weapon, and nobody ever asked if that's what you wanted to be. So I'm giving you the option to be something else. At least with me." Kira's ears swiveled toward him. Such illogical sentiment. "Maybe," Devin agreed. "But humanity runs on a logical sentiment. We're pretty great at it." Something rumbled in Kira's chest, a sound that was distinctly different from her threat purr. Softer, more vulnerable. She leaned closer, her head tilting to rest against his shoulder. "This is acceptable," she said quietly. Over the following days, Kira began spending more time in Devin's quarters. Not as a threat, but as a companion. They would watch old human films together. She'd sit beside him while he read, and gradually, her guarded demeanor softened into something almost gentle. Until one night, she curled up against his chest while he lay in his bunk, her sleek feline body fitting perfectly against his human frame. And there, in the darkness of deep space, the deadliest soldier in the fleet began to purr. Not a threat purr, not a predatory sound, but something warm, rumbling, content, the sound of a creature finally finding peace. Devon smiled, stroking her head gently. Her purr intensified, and he felt her relax completely against him. When Captain Torres passed by his quarters the next morning and saw Kira asleep on Devon's chest, both of them peaceful and serene, she simply shook her head in amazement. Humans, she muttered, somehow taming what 3 species of warriors couldn't break. In his sleep, Devon smiled, and Kira purred.